All right. We are going to do this. I'm going to read for service, I'm going to read the next ad. We're going to read the nail ad that we're going to do down here at the bar. And I just wrote it a couple days ago. It's only 50 seconds. I had 2 takes to get it written. It's not the final copy. It could be the final copy. If we all like it, it'll be the final copy. And then we're going to have a testimony. All right? And she has time to think about it. And then we will go ahead and go to Peter, 2 Peter, chapter 2. What was the sin of Balaam? And there's a verse in here I don't have. When did they kill Balaam? And who killed Balaam? Does anybody know? Now listen, all this stuff we've been over before. Obviously, these are all old lessons. This is the 3rd time we've been through, what do we call this? Survey. What was Balaam's sin? What did he do wrong? Anybody know? See, it needs to get in your memory bank. And then who killed him? I don't think I'm wrong. He prophesied for money.
They wanted to, what's his name, wanted to make him to curse the Jews.
They wanted him to, whoever it was, wanted him to curse the Jews. Correct. That's it.
But he pulled a fast one on them.
He did pull a fast one out. I can't remember what it was, but he wanted them to curse the Jews, and he said, it didn't. Whatever it was, it didn't work. So they took him somewhere else. He prophesied again. He just does it 2 or 3 times. It doesn't work. It didn't work, but he did it for money.
Yeah. And
then what was the other thing he did? He encouraged the people to eat the sacrifices unto Baal.
Uh-oh.
And he made the children of Israel commit fornication. He encouraged them to do that. And the verses that are in your lesson, the reward of Balaam, Jude 11, Deuteronomy 23, verse 4, Nehemiah 13:2. It also shows up in Revelation 2:14, Numbers 25, 1 through 3, Numbers 31, verse 16. Those are in L and N on your list. And then we added the Numbers 31:16. When did they do them in? Anybody recall? What's the next book after Deuteronomy?
Numbers. What
Deuteronomy? Joshua. When Joshua goes into the land, they get him.
That Numbers book.
What did you say?
That Numbers book.
Yeah,
The Joshua book, yeah.
Right, the Joshua one. I think Joshua does them in.
Yeah, him and Caleb.
They get them. And for some reason, I don't have that in here, where they get them. But that's, pardon?
13:22.
Joshua?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we keep your hand there, go to Joshua 13:22. Balaam also, the son of Beor, and this thing about Baal Peor, it's a place and an idol. That was what he had them do, is where they where they ate things sacrificed unto idols, and he encouraged the children of Israel to commit fornication. And he's the soothsayer. What else did they call him? What did they call a prophet back in the Old Testament?
Seer.
A seer, that's it. A S-E-E-R. All right. Soothsayer, did the children of Israel slay with a sword among them that were slain by them? So in the end, Balaam got his. They did kill him. And he did, and he also does what he does for reward. And who rebuked him?
His mule.
The Balaam's
Ass.
ass. He made the dumb ass spake. Oh, remember he was riding him, he couldn't get through the narrow way, and he was beating him, and he was, I think, crushing the narrow way was so narrow, the ass was hitting him up against the wall. His leg was getting crushed, wasn't it? But he made the dumb ass. Listen, they sent a man around the moon. Does anybody here believe that they did do that? You know, we do have people that don't believe that.
I don't see any convincing evidence, hard evidence. Where's the objective witness, the unbiased witness?
Well, if you had
He's up in heaven right now, that's where he is.
if you had to rely on me to get a man, I'm an engineer, to get a man around the moon, forget it, man. I don't know how this is done. And
I think
we're still just a half a notch above the wheel, technically, in general. I don't know about all this AI, all this stuff. To me, it's all satanic. And by the way, does Satan perform miracles in Revelation?
Lying signs and wonders.
Lying signs and wonders. Well, not signs and wonders. That's a different one. Does he do miracles? Yea or nay?
Yes.
Yes, he does. But none of them accomplish anything. Jesus did miracles that benefited. Satan will perform miracles, but there's zero benefit. Zero benefit. Always remember that. All right, so they do get Balaam. And Balaam, if we 2 Peter 2:15 is where we left off last week. They have forsaken the right way, are gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Bozor, who loved the wages of unrighteousness. And so he got paid. There's people that do this stuff for money. People can get in the ministry for money. For money. 2 Peter 2:22. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit, and the sow that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. Now, the cross reference we have here is Isaiah 56. If we go to Isaiah 56, and we're going to end up in, I believe, Matthew. Isaiah 56. 9 through 12. Yea, all the beasts of the field come to devour. Yea, all ye beasts in the forest. And always remember this. Paul referred to evil men as beasts. Calls them beasts. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. And Paul preaches a lot about the word ignorance. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. He talks about prophets that are dumb, that dumb and blind, that don't give warning for what is coming. Yea, they are all greedy dogs, which can never have enough. They are shepherds that cannot understand. Notice that they're likened unto preachers. Shepherds. That cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one for his gain. Notice again, for gain from his quarter. And then the other day we had, now is Jesus the shepherd, does he shepherd cattle or sheep?
Sheep.
Now we say sheep. And then while men slept, tares were sown amongst the wheat. We're the wheat, and tares are sown in there. And they're in every church by the droves. The chaff and the wheat are mixed together. And then, remember what we said the other day, that Pharaoh, when Joseph came, not Joseph, what's Joseph's father's name? Jacob. When Jacob comes down with those 70 souls down into Egypt, they dislike shepherds. They don't like meaning they dislike preachers, they dislike the church. But he says, if you have men that can, you raise your cattle in the land of Goshen, you can take care of my cattle. That is just telling the story of the sowing of the tares in with the wheat. Is that Pharaoh's cattle? If we're likened unto cattle, Pharaoh's cattle is in the church. The bigger the church, the more cattle's in it. Of Satan's people are in there. And so in the land of Goshen, they're taking care of Pharaoh's cattle and their own cattle. All right. So all these stories that we have in the New Testament is just retelling what is foreshadowed or going on in the Old Testament. All right, now, if we're at this dog thing, and I say there's only one good thing said in the Bible about a dog, that a live dog is better than a dead lion, but somebody found another good one, a good verse about a dog. I was always taught that there's only one good verse, but we found two, so there was another one. Where's that one that we said about casting your pearls? Where was that? Don't cast your pearls. Can somebody help me find that? Casting your pearls before swine. This was the big argument that I had when I was at Cleveland Baptist and I was invited. We went to breakfast and I was the only one at the table that wasn't a preacher, and the pastor flipped. It's Matthew 7, verse 6. Turn to Matthew 7. Now notice verse 22. The dog is turned to his vomit, and the sow is to her mire. Now go to Matthew 6. Is it Matthew 6?
7:6.
7:6. Now I found another one. There's other verses here. 7:6. Notice there's a paragraph marking, if your Bible has it. Paragraph marking at verse 6. And a paragraph marking at verse 7. Now it depends on how you want to interpret it. What is it? Talk about a dog and a sow. What was the dog? Is it a man or a woman?
A man.
The dog is a man. Then what is a sow? A man or a woman? It's a female. The verse stands alone. Notice, don't cast your pearl before dogs or swine. What is the pearl in Malachi 3? Malachi 3, what is the jewels? I've made up my jewels. The pearl, we are, maybe not in Malachi 3. We are the pearl of great price. We're the pearls. So you don't cast saved people. That verse stands alone. You don't cast your pearls before dogs and swine, which would be a male preacher or a female preacher that are false. You don't cast them before that. And we were throwing verses back right after that breakfast. I found your grandfather in his office. I couldn't remember a verse. I told him the verse. And the next week or 2 weeks after, he told me, he said, "I thought you were never coming back." I think that was not quite the first time I went there. But the pastor got into it because he was really against sodomites. And I was quoting the verses about, give me a verse where sodomites can get saved. Anybody know that verse? Nobody knows it? It talks about effeminate, and Paul says, "Of such were some of you." Man, when I quoted that verse. The top of the lungs, I can't even remember the name of the restaurant, on the top of his lungs, yelling at me in front of everybody. I just kept quoting verses, because there's a few verses about that.
God desires that nobody would perish, but all would.
I just kept quoting verses.
All would come to repentance.
Now, I can understand his anger. I can understand it. But the Bible says, I thought, I'm getting older. I thought of the verse I wanted to use. I just kept quoting verses that all would come to, that all men, as it says in Timothy, pray for all men, and that all men would, and he died for all men. I mean, we're getting to hyper Calvinism, where that when he says all, that means just the church. And we get into that kind of doctrine. And he flipped. Oh, I know what he said, is that they've been given over to what? Romans 2. A reprobate what? Mind. Saying that it is impossible. Now, here, Ruckman's answer to that is, before you got saved, you had a reprobate mind.
Yeah.
That's his answer to that. He said that they're the only reprobates. Before you got saved, you were a reprobate. Now, if you don't believe that, this is, we got more emails. Now, and we're not advertising for emails. How do they find us, Joe?
It's easy.
Well, they go to the Ketchman.com site, and they can,
See, it's Bethesda Baptist probably.
They can click around?
yeah, just contact us on the website.
Oh, there is. All right, now, if you don't think that the lost people don't have a reprobate mind, here's one of our emails. This is from, I won't even say the name publicly. He leaves his email address. I assume it's a guy, I don't know. The name could pass for a guy or a girl. This is the message. A curse upon you. Hail Satan.
Oh boy.
Okay, so we're getting good answers and we're getting negative answers. 2 doors down, we got all the curse words you could ever imagine. Right to my face. All right? Anyway, what time is it? I wanted to make sure we did that Balaam one. He did it for cash. He encourages them to have fornication with what group of people? By the way, what was the offspring of
Gentiles.
the guy that came out of Sodom? Who came out of Sodom? Lot? Is it Lot? And then he has 2 kids. The one became the children of what, and the other became, he has his daughters there with him. They had 2 children. They're the children of the Edomites and I think the Moabites. I think what they are. And I forgot what I was going to say about that. Oh, well. Oh, is it 10:50? It's 5 minutes to the hour. Listen, folks, we've got to start at 10 bells. Do we have to serve coffee and donuts ahead of time to get you in here? What's it going to take? Or do we do reprove, rebuke, and exhort with all long suffering? 2 negative sermons to every positive one. Where we have to have two negative ones to 1 positive one. Because we need to start on time. All
Rucker
right?
calls that the power of negative thinking.
Yeah, well, you know, and I brought that up about my employee. If you were late, bye-bye. Bye-bye, you were fired. Are you late for work? What time do you start?
For work,
Work.
I'm not usually, 6 a.m.
Oh, he's confessed. He's not usually. But he starts at 6 bells.
Yes, I am usually.
My father-in-law started at 6. Didn't your dad start at 6? And where does the other kid, Noah, when does he start? He starts at 5.
Well, I guess I was lazy. I started at 7.
And when do you start in a donut shop?
4 in the morning.
2 or 3 in the morning. Come on. Come on. We need to start at 10 bells. Anyway. The ads are, and I'm going to read, we'll read one for service here that I just wrote. Because we plan, and Tammy's really encouraged me, and we've been down to the bar, wants me to do this one in the bar, with in the bar, the one that owns the bar, his name is Holy Cross. That's the weirdest thing. All right, Father, bless the preaching in Christ's name.